Hey, how's it going? This is Kenny with Keller Williams Realty, coming at you with another weekly video. This week, I just wanted to get more in depth on some of the processes and just catalog some of this stuff for the library in case any of you guys are wanting to go through, step by step on how some of this stuff works. I did a buyer video that's been really popular, and I sent it out to people like reference material. So I kind of want to start some seller stuff as well. And so this week, I want to talk a little bit about how the showing process works, as far as how a real estate agent kind of streamlines it for you. So, obviously, the first step, this is after you get it listed, you get the sign in the yard, you get it up on the MLS, you get it, on Zillow and all this stuff, open house, whatever you do for marketing, you get all that marketing and stuff going. And now you got some interest. You got people beating down your door, they want to see it. So we have two different systems. We have showing time, which is like a calendar, shared calendar basically for all the agents. And no, hold on, contractors aren't on that one. And then you have Supra, which is the Bluetooth entry for the lock boxes that agents use, and also some contractors have access to that too. So what you would do is you would talk to your agent and say, okay, well, the house is vacant. We can do it all day, every day. Like, and in that case, you would just set up, availability for agents to schedule, 15-minute appointments. Basically, I think it's 8 to 8 every day. So not too early, not too late. Um, but really, there are no limitations on it. Just that's just kind of like respectable hours, to not have people out there in the middle of the night and stuff like that. And for safety issues, to safety reasons too, you want to do it, pretty much during the daytime. But and at this time of year, showings don't really go as late most of the time. Like, and even some people request, hey, do it during the daytime hours. So, what getting dark around 6 o'clock, I think. So, but anyways, what you would do is, you just you talk to your agent, say, okay, there's no one in the house. They can do it all day. So when you have like a ton of people that want to see if you have like the nicest house in the whole area, or in this market, they're all going quick. Um, so you're gonna have a lot of interest. So people want to see your stuff. So they would have so if they want to see your house, their agent would request through your showing time on your list, and they look up your house, 123 Main Street. Okay, we want to see it. When? They pull up the calendar and they can book it, and it's interactive with everybody. So that's and they you can get a whole lot of showings in with minimal talking between people, so it's very streamlined or whatever, and only agents can go in there and request. So it's legit. When someone's coming to see your house, it's agent to agent. Everybody's license is obviously on the line, and only agents have access to this. So you don't have to like check people out, like, who is this person, come to see my house. And it's not like a combination lock. You have okay, so kind of transition into Supra. So Supra is the Bluetooth lock that only agents can open, and also some contractors, but they have a different code. They have what's called a CBS code. So they're kind of on a different system. But the agents, you have the app on your phone. You have to be registered as an agent to get it, and you pay for it and everything, as part of, some of the monthly fees and stuff that you pay. And it's open by Bluetooth, and it pops open. So when you do that, it's logged. So if I'm going to go see your house, I'm showing a buyer your house. We go in there at 2 o'clock. It's logging me, when I go in, and then when I lock it up, I put the key back in the box. So it knows who I was. It knows how long I was in the house, and that's very helpful information. So it really streamlined the whole operation, and it makes it to where only like reputable type people are in there, and it's always with the agent. It's always supervised with the agent. Um, and I was thinking about this as opposed to for sale by owner, because I have, in this market where it's so hot, I have people all the time that say, I saw this house on Zillow, it's for sale by owner, check it out for me. And most of the time they don't even answer the phone. Um, and the reason why I think it is because they didn't know what they were signing up for. They're getting, especially like when you put your stuff on Zillow, you're getting lowball offers, and people scammers and all this kind of stuff. So you know they're not getting the people that they wanted. And you know what I'm saying, it's a little bit tougher than they thought. They're not wanting to deal with all of that. And so going to the actual showing part of it, you could put a lockbox on it too as a for sale by owner. Problem is you're most likely putting like a combination lock on it, so you're not getting that same information. First of all, it doesn't necessarily have to be an agent, it could be anybody, so just some guy that's not checked out, going to see your stuff. And then also you don't know when people are going in, going out. Also, like say if I was to go, um, like on an off schedule type of time, like it'll stick out like a sore thumb, like so and so, like if anything ever happened in your house, some guy broke or something, you could like backtrack it to a certain amount of time or something like that. You could pull up the record or whatever. And it's very very rare that you have to pull up the record, because everybody's chaperoned by their agent, and they're watching, talking the whole time. It's not like watching super close, but you walk the house with them, and these are people that you've already vetted, so they're serious people. It's not like people just wasting time. So those are some of the reasons why it works pretty good and why it streamlines pretty good. And the other thing is, like for sale by owner, like you have to keep up with the schedule and stuff, like when so and so is coming, when so and so is not coming. Um, you might not have to keep up with the schedule so much if you don't have a ton of interest. But that's why it's necessary, because as an agent, you generate ton of interest when you put it on the market and you advertise it really hard. Like as a listing agent from the selling side, like that's your job. You want to advertise it and just make it really hot. And not that it's not already hot, but you want to blast it out there to everybody and you make it really hot. But what happens when you make it really hot? You're going to get a lot of activity. When people want to see it, agents want to see it, they want to schedule. How do they get in? When do they get in? And you can see all of this. You can see the schedule, what's available, what's not available, and you can have like different levels of access too. You can say if it's vacant and it's not occupied, and you done moved out, and it's fine. So you just put the lockbox on the door, and you could put on what's called go and show. So it'll be immediately approved, and you don't really have to do anything. But say you want to add a layer of approval, you as the seller, you can approve every one, or have the agent approve, or have both approve. You can really get granular with it. And then also, say if you're still living there, say if it's like, you're working, 9 to 5, maybe showings only after 5, or maybe not until 10 or whatever. Like you can put all that stuff in there, or no Saturdays, or nothing at all, only the open house. Like whatever you want to do. Well, you probably wouldn't need it in the open house. That's a bad example, but I'm just saying, like you can schedule it and put all of that detail in there. So that's a little bit about how the showings work, and it's just not very effective. Like when I talk to for sale by owners, for sale pretty often. I got tangled up with my words, but I talk to for sale by I got tangled up again. I talk to for sale by owners fairly often, and it's the process isn't very, because they don't know, you know what I'm saying, and they're probably working a job or whatever, and not wanting to spend all day, scheduling and making it available and all of this stuff, and they really have a good handle. And that's not a area that's really thought into that much when you sell your house, like the taking the calls, being responsive, scheduling appointments, getting people in there very easily, and having accountability. That's part that's not really thought of that much. It becomes more important when you actually live there and you have all of your stuff in there. You're going to want agents to go in there and people be chaperoning only certain times a day. And, you're going to want to get plenty of notice, so that way you can leave and then come back and all of that stuff. So, uh, dealing with the agent makes it gives you that extra security and flexibility, in that case scenario. So say in a case that you have a combination lock, someone could take a lock and go make a copy of it or whatever. You got just random people coming. You can have just a buyer with no agent, excuse me, going in there and everything. Um, Obviously, that could happen, dealing with agents, but that's something that you could definitely lose your license, about. If you're an agent and you're making keys or whatever, that's a whole different conversation that you're probably going to lose your license, probably going to catch up with you at some point. And as an agent, you're not giving the clients the key. You hold the key the whole time, so other people don't have a chance to get the keys or anything. So that's another thing to think about. The whole thing could kind of go off the rails when you're not controlling it that much. And it's not so much of an issue that way, but that is something to think about. But more than anything, like just efficiency and getting people, because you want people to see your house. The more people are gonna see your house, the more offers you're gonna get. Like really, like every like 5-10 people, like you can expect to offer. So like you want to get people like churning through there. And if you're not getting any people through your house, like that might be a big part of the reason why you're not getting any offers. And I hear this fairly often with for sale by owners. It's like we I talked to one last week. They had a nice place, and it's like, oh yeah, it's only been on the market a week. We haven't gotten any offers yet. I'm like, what? Like on the market a week and haven't gotten any offers yet? Like it's pretty common to not even have a house on the market a week. Like for it to be completely wrapped up if it's listed on the MLS, because you're getting, if it's good, people are gonna shoot for it. Now if it's trash, now it's gonna sit, or if it's priced way too high or whatever it is. But people are wrapping them up in a couple of days. Like you're gonna get some offers immediately and some showing requests for sure immediately. It's like, oh yeah, nobody's really come to see. It's only been on the market a week. It's like that's red flag area. Like, but I was actually working with a buyer in that situation, so it's not really my place to, talk through all that and everything. And I wasn't, trying to go for the business. But like if I would have had time to talk to that person, like, hey, that's in this market, like that's not what you should be expecting. But running a little bit long, but and that's kind of like a miscellaneous area. A lot of it's a lot about the money, like how much money can I get from my house and everything like that. But also other things that people really don't think about, and showing the house and scheduling the house and setting all that up and doing it efficiently. Like it does affect the end result. Like you got to get people through there to get the offers to get the money. So, anyways, that's a topic for this week. Hope everybody's having a great week. And I'll talk to you soon next Wednesday. Stay tuned in. Thank you.